Hey, welcome to Weekend Rental covering E3. I have Ryan here, and
I
yeah, we're gonna cover the Nintendo Direct presentation that was today, and it was mostly Super Smash Brothers, but we'll talk about a couple other things. Ryan has missed some of this. I'm going to explain it to him the best I can in the most non-biased way I can, and he's gonna make his own opinions on this live with his own
no, I'm
reactions.
just I'm just gonna believe everything you tell me. I'm
Oh.
not gonna form my own thoughts or opinions. I am your muse. Let's go.
Okay. Uh, I guessing you're going to uh have a lot of the same opinions anyway.
Yeah,
uh,
that's probably a fair assessment.
so right off the bat, there is a cool mech game that they announced, with a really neat art style. Um, and it's something that doesn't seem a lot like Nintendo. Uh, but I was kind of impressed with what they showed. It's called Damon Ex Machina. Uh, and I don't know if you checked this out, if you saw the trailer or not, but
I saw screenshots. I liked what I saw, but
yeah, they
the
had
name
a
was weird.
yeah, yeah, they had a ripping heavy metal soundtrack that I was kind of into. So you got my attention at that point. S- I'm I'm gonna check this out. Uh,
Was it like licensed metal or like just rock,
I
like
think it was
background
just
music?
it was just rock
Okay,
stuff, you know. They got it from
cool.
somewhere. They lifted up a rock or something, but
'Cause that's where that comes from.
yeah, check it out. Um, yeah, so mech game, I'm guessing this is going to go over a lot bigger in Japan due to like Gundam fandom over there, but
Sure.
kind of a cool direction. There's still a lot of fans that are into that over here as well. I'm interested to see if this is a full price game. It could be pretty one note, um, especially with Zone of the Enders 2 coming out, re-release too. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, they're making that in VR for PS4. So
Oh, geez, nice.
that has some competition, and it's also published by Marvelous, which is kind of a second tier publisher. They don't really get the top AAA developers, so I don't know where this one sits. They didn't really say.
Sure.
After that, they went into a little bit of Pokemon news that they kind of already mentioned. This is old news by now, but they had a conference a while ago about this, Pokemon Let's Go, which is more of a remake, but also has more Pokemon Go uh styling to it, mechanics, I guess, than your normal Pokemon game.
Did they show anything new, or it was just kind of like a rehash of
It
that?
Yeah, it was mostly just a rehash of. I don't even think there was any new footage as far as
Hmm.
like gameplay or anything. But yeah, it's not the normal Pokemon game. It's a little bit different, but nonetheless, I think I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, I probably will give this a shot.
Yep, get that
And the
Pokeball,
Pokeball.
get that Pokeball.
I'm gonna get two of them and tie them around my waist.
Well, you can hold six. That's the maximum amount of Pokeballs that you can carry with you. Otherwise, you have to put them in the
Wait, you
computer.
can literally use six of them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Those are your.
Aren't they like $50 a pop?
Oh, I don't know. I'm talking in game.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I was like, wow, I really have to. I could carry around
This,
six
no,
controllers
this
for
is
this one game.
this is for your cosplaying efforts here, not not
Okay,
not anything
sure,
functional.
sure.
Um,
Hopefully, it doesn't clash with my umbrella holster. So,
yeah. Someday, when we're when we're in the thrift stores and these things are dumped like Guitar Hero controllers, we're gonna be swimming in Pokeballs. Can't wait.
I can't wait to be swimming in them balls.
uh, on top of that, hey, Mario's having a party and you're invited.
I don't want to be.
You got to. I mean,
All
Waluigi shows up to this. You're gonna let Waluigi come and yeah.
I don't know how Waluigi was ever a thing and how he's continued to exist all these years.
we're gonna get into some Waluigi talk later here.
Oh God, he's not getting his own game, is he?
No, no, I wish. Oh my
Thank God.
gosh, they think they were gonna break the internet today? No way. But yeah, the Super Mario Party is a kind of a rehash of the Mario Party games, but I think they're kind of trying to separate it away from like, hey, this is a little bit different. They very much focused on like multiplayer and multi-switch. So it's 2 versus 2 kind of, couples fighting each other, you know.
Sure.
But there were some cool things that they showed off, like moving the screens together to make your own arena, kind of where you fight, and you could just move the screens around and it would work. I don't know how that works, but it's cool.
Seems interesting. It's good use of the technology.
Yeah,
The Switch seems like the perfect home for this, so
yeah, for
it's
sure.
good.
But it certainly looked like Mario Party. There's a lot of the same type of games,
Was it at least graphically like a step above? I mean, those games aren't really known for their graphics anyway, but
Yeah, it looked good. It definitely looked good. I think the thing ever since like pretty much the Wii U, they've really cranked up the brightness on their first party titles. It seems like, and their Mario titles
sure.
and stuff.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And this is kind of that same vein, I think. But yeah, it looked pretty good if you're into that type of game. It's certainly a step up of what their efforts have been in the Mario Party space in a long time, I think.
Sure.
And this after that, that's probably where you can fall asleep here because they went into some Fire Emblem. Wait, you're a huge Fire Emblem Heroes fan, aren't you?
Yes, but it also played itself. Wait, no, Heroes is the one that I got from you, right?
That's no, that's the mobile game.
Okay, so
Yep.
okay, yeah, then yes.
You could play it. Yeah.
I am a huge fan in the fact that it has an autoplay feature, and I played it many consecutive days while not playing it, and it was glorious.
Yep. This is not that game, probably.
That's a disappointment. I'm sad to hear that.
Yeah, this is definitely more the traditional anime. I guess I should say that they've definitely gotten in that direction more and more, that anime style. Um, which I don't know. I was okay with it to begin with, but it's gotten a little bit too much, I think.
So this is like a full traditional mainline. This is what people wanted, pretty
Yep.
much.
Yep, this is
Okay.
the full thing. Fire Emblem Three Houses is what it's called. And it's got the graphical style. It had some really cool effects where it it looks kind of basic from the outside, like the strategy and the grid and all that stuff. But once you go up and fight somebody, it like zooms in right into like a full 3D battlefield and they're fighting.
Cool.
And it was like seamless. It just went right into it. So that's cool. Yeah. Other than that, it's Fire Emblem. And I honestly I kind of gotten burned. It used to be one of my favorite franchises, and boy, those 3DS ones, they were whipping them out every year and I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't that long ago on the 3DS that there was the two released side by side, right?
Yeah, it was three that there was three
Three
of
of
them,
them.
yeah.
Okay,
And
yeah,
then
that's
a year later, I think another one came out, or no, two more came out
wow.
after that. Yeah, I don't know. It was too much, and I can't keep up. But overall, I like Fire Emblem, so I'll probably be picking this up. Just it's been a while since it's been on a console. I think
Sure.
the Wii was the last one. Um, After that, they hey, Fortnite's on Switch right now. You can go play it.
And I did. It's Fortnite.
Same thing.
Runs good.
Yeah.
Don't play it on handheld mode. The Joy-Cons will F your game.
Yeah. It doesn't seem the, the best way to do that, I guess. But
No. But it's there. It works. It's free, of course.
yeah.
And it was the worst kept secret in E3 history.
Yeah.
So
Well, on top of
maybe don't like embed the assets to the Fortnite game you're about to launch in with your update for your shop the week before E3.
yeah,
Nintendo.
yeah, you that kind of spoils things, right? But
Yeah, and it surprises no one, right? Like the biggest powerhouse like success of a console over the last year combined with like the world dominating game that can clearly run on the Switch after seeing it run on mobile.
yeah,
I mean,
it's a
it was going to
no-brainer.
happen.
Yeah,
It's surprising it wasn't sooner.
yeah, for sure.
But
I've seen some really crappy things out of this though, that if you originally started playing on the PS4 and have your Epic account connected to the
yeah.
PS4, you can't play on the Switch.
No, you can play on the Switch. You don't have to link your Epic account to it. Everyone on the internet's been freaking out about that, but it's the same fucking way on the Xbox One. So whichever console you're going to link your Epic account to, it's staying on that console. You can play it on Xbox. I logged in and played it on my Switch. I don't have an
Oh.
Epic account because you can bypass it. You have the option.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
want to log in through your Epic account? Because like, yeah, I was on Twitter and everyone was just like, "F this, F that." I'm like, guys, this was already an issue. It was a known thing. I
Okay.
don't know why everyone was all up in arms about it. I suppose there weren't a lot of people who were playing it on both Xbox One and PS4 because like not everyone is insane like us and has all the systems. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, this is that is a thing that happened already.
Okay. Well, that's good news.
So
That's
yeah.
I mean, well, it's not good news, but
Well, I
it's
mean, it's a bummer and it's dumb, but it's still fully playable.
sure. I thought it was more to do with like the PS4 just kind of saying, "Hey, no crossplay." But
No, it's all Epic's deal.
yeah, okay. That's
Yeah.
much better. That's easy. That's a easier problem to fix, I think, at that point.
Yeah. So
Um
people on Twitter need to cool it.
uh they quickly went over some indie games, which I don't know. There's some cool ones, but for for what the Switch has been getting, I was hoping for more, I guess. They did announce a lot of this stuff is coming out this summer, so that's good news.
Anything notable? Well, Killer Queen Black, right?
Yes, let's get into that one right off the bat. Probably both of ours, probably the favorite thing here, right? Killer Queen
Yeah, I mean,
Black.
we kind of knew it was coming, but to hear them officially like release the announcement was glorious.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wonder how many people looked at this and half the people on the internet were freaking out, and the other half were like, "What is the big deal?" Right?
Right. What is this like 8-bit like cuz this graphical style has like so overstayed its welcome in the last few years.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know why this is exciting, I could totally understand, but if you've had the joy of like walking up to one of these monstrosity of an arcade cabinets and playing it, like this is one of the greatest games that has been locked to an absurdly large and expensive handful of arcade cabinets over the last 5 years.
Right. That you need 10
Um,
people or 8 people or
right.
whatever to
Yes.
make it the best game.
Yeah. So now it will have the benefit of the internet, online matchmaking, I assume,
Yeah.
and it'll be convenient to play at home. The weird thing was I did notice that they said it will come to this. They were quick to point out that it will come to the Switch first. So I assume that
Oh,
means
sure.
probably PC because it was built on PC architecture, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. And then I would imagine PS4.
Yeah.
So it will be on Steam at some point, I'm sure.
It's a good get. I don't know if Nintendo went out to them first, because that seems like a surprising move by them.
Yeah, I would say they probably just looked at like, holy shit, look at how much money these like indie devs are making on the Switch. Like we need to get on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not like Killer Queen hasn't been successful as an arcade cab, but there's a high overhead to that business model.
Yeah.
And now they're probably gonna reap the rewards for like all the work they did in developing this game.
Yeah. It's just strange. You would have figured that, Microsoft or PlayStation, they had to have been after this, had talks with them before in the last
Yeah.
few years, but I don't know, maybe they just thought this is the right time to do it. So
I certainly think it is, and I'm pretty excited for it.
yeah, I I don't know if it can compete with the arcade experience, and I don't know if the same people are going to have as much fun with it without having the nostalgia of the arcade experience, I guess.
Right. Yeah, there's something about like being lined up and then like screaming at the people next to you or on the other side of you and like I don't know. It's just good.
Oh, seeing the looks on the faces of the other team when they realize that that snail is about to get into their goal. There's there's no better thing to see in gaming, I don't think, like that.
Yeah,
That is
it's a great game.
yeah. So if you have not played this game in an arcade setting or anything, I would highly suggest finding one. But if you can't, this is going to be a pretty good alternative, I think.
Agreed.
They went through Overcooked 2, which okay, and
Again, that was leaked, so everybody knew that was coming.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, and Hollow Knight is coming out, which
What's Hollow Knight?
uh kind of a Metroidvania, I believe.
Okay,
Kind of a
another one of those.
distinct kind of like gothic art style. So,
Okay,
um, briefly touched on Octopath Traveler, which is coming out real soon, so I'll be in on that.
yep.
Dragon Ball Z Fighters is coming in October. Yeah. And then after that, it was like 20 minutes at least of Super Smash Brothers as their
Okay, so they're gonna call it Smash Brothers Ultimate, right? So is this just a rehashing and retooling of what we got on the Wii U, or is this an actual new game?
that is the question of the day, right?
Still not fully explained.
The question was asked and they said no, it's a whole new game. But I still have a hard time believing them.
Did they show new arenas, new characters?
It's remake. There's some new arenas. There's some new
I heard Ridley's in it, right? Is that right?
yes, he was the big reveal at the end was Ridley is coming, which is hilarious because all this time there was just a huge campaign. We want Ridley, we want Ridley, and they kept saying no, he's too big. You can't make him work.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's like a screen filler. How? So they're shrinking him down, or what?
Yeah, he looks a lot smaller. He looks more like a Charizard did.
So I'm guessing he'll be like Ganon sized or something.
Yeah, it's he's still big compared to all the other ones, I guess, but it's still manageable, I think.
Hmm.
The big thing with this is they didn't really focus too much on new characters. Splatoon is getting their own. That was already revealed a while ago.
Oh, they're getting characters.
Yeah, Splatoon and so Ridley and Splatoon are the two new ones, but they are adding all the old ones that have not been in the recent games.
Ice climbers are back.
Ice Climbers are back. Pichu, like just a ton of them.
Snake.
Snake is back.
Really
Yes.
nice. That's probably okay. That's great. I'm in.
Voiced by the original actor of Snake.
Nice.
So,
as long as I still get that box to hide in, I'm happy.
Yep. So
Sonic.
Sonic's back. Everyone is
Everybody.
here. That is what
Everyone that's ever been in a Smash Brothers is now back.
Yeah, everyone is here.
Okay.
So, that's a lot of work, I'm sure, to add all those characters back in and balance them to kind of a whole new system. So I'm not saying that. That's why I'm saying like this feels like a pretty big expansion DLC.
But also they're just using old assets.
A lot of old assets. Yeah, I'm sure they redid a lot. But then they got into the nitty-gritty of like all these like super technical changes that they're making.
Okay.
As far as,
They're adding the trip back in, right?
That would be a good one. Add the trip. We've
added
the
trip. It's
mode.
back.
Yeah. We've doubled.
It's
the
even
encounter
more
rate.
frequent. Yeah.
But like, oh, we've added like the brawlers and like the me guys, and they have greater proportions. My favorite line of the whole thing. So like the guy that's he's been doing this forever, and I think he hates working on this game now.
Oh yeah, he's like said like the last two were his last ones, right?
Yeah, and he's still
didn't he like get crippling carpal tunnel from testing these to the point where like he couldn't even like use a keyboard?
Sure makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I think the word ultimate kind of paints him into the corner. Like he's like,
right.
No, we're using ultimate, so I never have to make one of these ever again.
And
they're all here. Everybody you wanted, it's here. But
until the Switch 2, and then it'll be the Switch 2 Ultimate Deluxe Edition with all the DLC.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one thing is like I hope they include all the DLC from the Wii U one because like that had an absurd amount of DLC. Like, wasn't it like $120 worth of extra DLC on top of the game if you were to buy everything?
Yeah, I'm not sure because I mean they have all the characters like Bayonetta and Cloud and all that. They're all in there.
Yeah, and then
Um,
they had all the extra stages that they kept adding.
yep.
I
Yeah.
think it
So
was like nuts.
I'm guessing that they're all in there as well. And they remade a lot of the GameCube and N64 ones again to make it look nicer. So that's not a small amount of work.
Are they bringing back story mode from Melee or not
That's
Melee but Brawl?
so that's the part that I have not caught. Like what they were talking about fighting and only fighting. They
Because
didn't
I
talk
liked the
about.
story mode.
Oh
Like I know
yeah,
people like kind of poo pooed on it, but like it was better than most of the solo stuff you could do, and you could do that with a buddy even. So it
yeah,
was pretty cool.
yeah. That was my favorite thing. So that's
Hmm.
where I'm kind of like, if they have a whole new single player, okay, maybe this is a new game. But if it's the same stuff that was on the Wii U, or if there's no single player or nothing like that, like that's gonna
Right.
point more toward a port, I think.
The thing that I hate too is like I love. I wouldn't say I love, but I really enjoy the Smash Brothers series. But like outside of Melee, like when I was in college and I had the time, like I get those newer installments and I can't unlock everything. Like I find it incredibly frustrating that like all like the playtime needed and like some of the challenges to unlock certain things. Like I wish there was like a way to just pay to unlock everything
Oh my
like
god.
up front because like you know what I mean because
Shut
like
your
I want all
mouth.
those characters. No, not.
I know what
I
you
mean, it's
mean,
sad,
but
but it's sad, but it's true. Like I'm old, I don't have time to
yeah.
unlock all, and I love them, and I want to play with the other characters, but like I don't see so much of it because like in the Wii U one, I don't have the time for that.
Yeah. So they did address that. They said it will be easier to unlock characters in this game.
Okay,
I
but
mean,
what is? I mean, that's
there's
still hours of play. I'm guessing
yeah.
hours and hours and hours. If there's 100 freaking characters, or however many there's gonna be,
It's got to be 60 plus at this point, I would imagine.
well, that's good. I mean, because I enjoyed the challenge of unlocking them in Melee, but again, I mean, I think I got a GameCube during the summer like break in college, so like I unlocked like a like it made sense. But like ever since then, I've just been an adult who buys these games and can't unlock any of the characters I
Yeah.
love.
I mean, my favorite was the trophies.
Yeah,
So I think that's what, even after I unlocked everybody, I was constantly
putting coins in
putting
that
coins
gumball
in.
machine or whatever it was.
Yep. Trying to get the trophies. Because there's a lot of cool history and stuff. Like, I read every one of those trophies.
I did too. I loved it. That's how
Yep.
I found out about like Doshin the Giant and
Oh, yeah.
like back then.
Yep.
Yeah, it was that's cool. I'm excited for Smash Brothers. I will buy it and I will play it, but like it doesn't. I mean, I don't know what I put into Smash Brothers for the Wii U. I mean, if I put in 20 hours, that's probably a stretch.
Yeah.
But I liked it, so I'm excited for this. I guess I kind of it's like disappointing, but you knew that this was going to be the dominating force in their direct, and I assume their treehouse is going to be largely aimed
Hmm.
at this all the way through. So
Yeah.
no surprises.
No, there's some cool, additions, like Mario has his cap and Zelda's in his Breath of the Wild thing, and there's some cool outfits, I guess. Big news with an assist trophy, which I wish it would have been a character in itself, but Bomberman is going to be an assist trophy.
Oh no, kidding.
Yeah. So that's kind of
Cool.
cool. Um, yeah, other than that, there was like and Daisy is going to be another character, but it's just a copy of Peach. So
Sure.
it's basically just a different skin, but it is technically a new character. And hey, new amiibos for you to pick up.
Oh, the Splatoon ones, right?
There's Splatoon, I think. They're making Ridley, they're making Daisy.
I won't buy them, but that's cool.
Yeah. I might buy Ice Climbers, actually. That would be a pretty cool uh amiibo, I
Are they
think.
gonna have the same packaging, like continuation from the?
I would hope so, yeah.
Yeah, Ice
Yeah.
climbers maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so burnt out on the amiibo. Like I no, I'm done.
Yeah. if you got them all, you could say say, hey, you have all the characters too, just like Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Nope, I'm good.
Yeah. What if that's how you unlocked them? You just said
No,
that you would pay to unlock these
I
characters.
no, I
You
know. No,
you tap them on the Switch, and there you go. You
is
can
that
use
a
them right.
thing? Is that what they're doing?
No, but that's a good idea.
No, it's not. It's a terrible idea. Because I have to unbox all my amiibo, which I'm not gonna do.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Like,
What if you can scan the NFC chip from your Super Mario Brothers cereal to unlock the cereal box fighter?
it did.
Be kind of like the Daytona car in like Virtua Fighter.
That'd be pretty good. Yeah, they did say like all the series from like each character would work. So if you had a Mario from whatever other
We'll
series,
do something.
it'll still do the same Mario thing. So maybe the cereal would work. I don't know.
Hmm.
But yeah, they had a pretty heavy focus on Smash. It's coming out in December. There's not a lot between basically August through November on the Switch, at least first party.
Well,
So
Pokemon, right?
yeah, I guess that's a pretty big one. But
You guess it's pretty big. Come on, everyone's been like, we want Pokemon on the Switch. Now they're finally kind of getting it.
yeah, halfway. But
Right. I'm in the half step to the new one.
yeah, but yeah, I guess I was expecting more. They didn't talk about Metroid 4 at all. Metroid Prime. So it's like you had a logo last year, and what's going on? Is it good?
Yeah. Well, I think the disappointing thing is here is like, I mean, I didn't see all of it, but based on what we're talking about here is, there's already like an alarming lack of strong third party titles, like cool third party titles. Like,
Yeah.
did they talk about No More Heroes at all?
Nope. No.
Okay,
Didn't talk about that.
that's a bummer.
And
And where's Steep? God damn it! It was announced at your launch frickin' video.
oh yeah, I don't know.
That is
About,
never coming,
that's not
and nobody
coming.
wants it.
No.
No, it's not happening.
You just reminded like a million people of that. All the million that are gonna watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just hoping that they were just like, hey, we're just gonna focus on Super Smash Brothers. We want that to be the center stage.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of other games that they've announced that just like Yoshi. Where's that Yoshi game?
Yeah, that's true. And why no like phase 2 of Amiibo coming this holiday season?
Yeah.
Or not Amiibo, but Labo. Like I really expected like
Yeah.
parts or like Joy-Con kit 2, and I thought that was gonna be teased coming, holiday season. I expect there will be more Labo related stuff by holiday season, but weird that they were kind of quiet about it here.
Didn't even mention it.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't even know where that fits in anymore. Like it's kind of strange because you go into a retail store and that's a good chunk. Like that almost
Oh yeah.
it's overtook in the Amiibo section in some places. So
I will say that fishing Joy-Con, excellent holder for the Switch if you're going to play Ikaruga and Tate mode. Excellent.
wow,
Excellent
you
use
just
of
blew my
that.
mind. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
It works nice.
Huh. Yeah, that's a good idea.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Or just lean it against any other structure. But
Uh yeah, it's better than the game that's supposed to be using. So
yeah, that's true.
but yeah, I think that's all I got for Nintendo. Nintendo does these directs, like they don't have a timeline. Like they don't have to play by the rules of like, oh, you have to have your stuff out by E3, right? They can
Right.
do this whenever they want and showcase whatever they want. So
Yeah.
it's kind of arbitrary at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's I think it's kind of what everyone expected. I was hoping there would be like a really cool gameplay trailer for Prime 4.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe even if it wasn't like gameplay, but like more news on that. Because I think everyone's anxiously been waiting that. And there was nothing on the new theoretical Star Fox Racer game.
Nope. He's in a different
No.
game. He's in an Ubisoft flying game.
Hmm.
So they teamed up with Ubisoft again.
Can't wait.
Yeah. But I think that's going to do it for our coverage of Nintendo. I mean, Super Smash Brothers. That's pretty much all it was. uh, uh, I'm kind of interested to see what the community does with this, because if it isn't the masterpiece like what those guys want to play on, that would be hilarious. If the ultimate version is not the one that people love, you know.
Yeah, well, and the community has been very critical, like the competitive community. Like people still hang on to Melee.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I don't know.
Yeah. They
If
they
anyone can get it right, Nintendo can.
after 3 tries, they have to get it right, right?
Well, to be fair, the Wii U one was really good. It's just that nobody had a Wii U.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Smash Brothers.
Everyone's here. Everyone is here. They kept repeating that.
Is that going to be on the box? Smash Brothers.
Everyone's
here. Ultimate.
Yeah. But yeah. Till next time. See you guys.
Later.